Welcome to the Doof Podcast, and this is a show where we talk about everything, or at least I do. It's going to be a weekly thing I'm going to put up, hopefully every Thursday, because, I like to listen to the H3 Podcast. I'm a big fan, and so listen to that, and then I thought, that sounds like fun. I'm going to do it too. So this is like kind of an experiment. Let's see how long I go with this, see what happens. So we got a lot of things to talk about today. We got a streamer being extremely inappropriate, being called out by another streamer for saying, extremely sexist stuff, and then having people come at that guy for being racist, which we'll get into that later on. I don't know if it is, because I don't know enough, but we'll look into that. We also have kind of sad news about Jim Carrey. Bittersweet, that's a better term. Bittersweet news about Jim Carrey. We love Jim Carrey. He's fantastic. We also got good news about comics and manga. That's actually really freaking good. Really good news. So, without much further ado, let's just fucking talk about this shit. So, the first thing is, here on Twitter, I got this, I follow Keemstar because he follows a lot of stupid shit and says a lot of stupid shit. He's pretty funny. Guy's kind of a dumbass. So apparently, there was a streamer called I Am Speed who was on playing Valorant? Yeah, Valorant. He was playing Valorant and saying really inappropriate things. I'm not going to quote those because I could get in trouble. I mean, am I allowed to quote? I don't know. Am I allowed to quote this? I don't know. You're just have to look it up. Pretty much, he's saying stuff that women should stay in the kitchen and calling women bitches. They should be playing video games. They have no reason to do this. Now, it's not appropriate at all, and there's a lot of influencers like this, and apparently it's not the first time he said extremely inappropriate things on a stream. But here's the thing. I get trash talk. People get overly sensitive. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean it. I mean, at least I hope he doesn't mean it. But the thing is, he's like a kid. So he's like very young. It's not excusable, but at the same time, it's like, it's not the end of the world. No one's going to friggin' die because he said these things. And like I said, he's a kid. He's a dumb kid. It's going to happen. He gets mad at a video game. But, so what ended up happening, so he releases, there's this clip that comes out of him. People are pretty upset. He gets banned off Twitch for saying these incredibly inappropriate things. Which, okay, good for you, Twitch. Keep up with your POS, doing what you need to do. POS. TOS. Keep up with your piece of shit, Twitch. Fuck you, Twitch. And so we have Keemstar. I know it's Keemstar just starts calling this guy, this other streamer, Jake Lucky, racist. And I sat there and I thought, what? So Keemstar's saying, men are saying this is racially motivated. Do you think so? And I honestly don't understand why that's... I don't think it matters who you are. If you're saying something very inappropriate and saying something blatantly sexist, that maybe you should be called out for it. Just bring it up to people. I don't think it's incredibly racist, but another streamer, they call Technicals, this dude is actually buddies with Keemstar, so maybe they're just blowing things out of proportion like he fucking does and fucking lies, and he's been caught doing this kind of shit before. But Technicals is saying, like, what you did was not okay. He said, crap is whack, I freaking dislike this. I always follow golden rule while online. Do these creators not have mothers? And yeah, so understandable. Like, it's not appropriate. It's not at all a thing to say. But looking back at it too, Keemstar is saying, is this racially motivated? And Technicals is saying, you seem pretty racist, dog. I don't know. But actually, is he saying this to Keemstar, or is he saying this with Jake Lucky? That's interesting. I don't know. Because I know Keemstar has... I don't know if he even has, like... does he have a history of being racist? Zoe, does he have a history of being racist? Do we know that? No? Nah, I'll leave that alone. But I don't know Jake Lucky very well, but what I do know is what I'm seeing so far is I don't see any sorts of racism from Jake Lucky's part. Just saying, hey, like, dude, that's not cool to be saying these sexist things on an online game or anywhere in general. You got to keep your shit together just a little bit, But it's pretty nasty. I think. I don't think those things should be said in general, but especially when you're an influencer, and especially if you're on Twitch or streaming, and you have a large audience, people pick up on. You're an influencer. People pick up and are influenced on what you say. That's part of the gig. That's what's gonna happen. So you take an extra responsibility when you do this. You can't just out at people and just say just terrible things. That's obviously not appropriate. You can't do that. And like like most the standard now is women, they have the same rights as men. They can do everything a man can do, except maybe a few things in bed. Maybe you'll be surprised. I don't know, but that's just biological shit. Mostly, I'm just saying, like, they can do the same things, have the same rights, and I think that's important to keep track of or keep note of, very much so. Because, ladies, you are allowed to play games. I play Apex all the time, and I have a few friends on Apex who are creators and who play the game pretty well. One of them's on Twitch. She just became an affiliate of Twitch, actually. Rosie Thrills. She's pretty cool. She's pretty funny, and I have a lot of fun being on with her, and I'm there for her streams. Not all the time, but sometimes, and it's a good time. She's pretty good. She's So I highly disagree with the obvious breakout, the lashing out. That's not okay to say. And understandably, he got banned for it. Now, as for Jake Lucky, or on Twitter, he's Lucky Sucky. I don't think he's racist. I don't know. Maybe there's more to the story. I don't know yet. I looked into this. I couldn't find anything. But maybe there's more stuff to it. So, all right. So what's next here? We got my thing to talk about. Oh, we got Jim Carrey. We all love Jim Carrey. Unfortunately, Jim Carrey, after he filmed Sonic 2, he was on the red carpet and he was interviewed. And he's talking about retirement. Now, I've seen several sources that say he is just thinking about it. I've heard sources say he's doing it, and I heard he's just gonna stop doing movies for a little bit because there's things he wants to do. So there's a quote here saying, "I gotta get out of here before I slap someone." Honestly, I feel like there's so many things because I've been so busy for so long, important things that I've ignored. Like, there's 25 years of Mystery Science Theater I have to catch up on. I still yet have to see that show. And there's painting. I do paint. I'm going to be putting out NFTs. I'll announce it on Twitter soon. And that's kind of fun for me still. I don't think if he puts out NFTs, I'll be shocked. But, Jim Carrey's still at the humor and the things he says. Like, he's serious, but he just has that sense of humor. And that's why I think he's one of the greatest comedians of all time. One of the greatest comedy actors of all time, too. He's just funny. Other than that, I'm going to strive for unexceptionalism. I want to be frighteningly normal. Nothing going on. A whole lot of nothing. I can see that because Jim Carrey's been one of the most eccentric people probably in Hollywood. And after a while of just constantly you have to be this crazy dude for so long. I could see him eventually saying, "No, I'm done. I want to just chill, be me, and just be by myself." Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't get much of that at all. And it sucks. But it's, we're gonna miss Jim Carrey. It's very bittersweet. We love you, Jim Carrey. We do. fucking Sonic 2. I'm going to see that because the first Sonic, that was probably the best video game based movie I've ever seen. I'm not going to lie. It shocked me just how funny it was. It had a decent plot. I mean, granted, the plot was kind of basic, but what do you expect? But it also just, I don't know, the jokes weren't bad. The acting was pretty good. The settings were kind of fun. And I just feel like if I feel like you couldn't do much better for a Sonic movie, now that I think about it. I think it was the best they could have done. Like, I feel the same way about even Spider-Man No Way Home. I mean, everything they could have done right, everything they thought of everything. Every moment they could have done, they did it. There was zero missed opportunities, and I think it was the best Spider-Man ever made. You're the 3 Spider-Mans, which is not a spoiler anymore. We knew that long before the movie even came out. And what was funny was, true story, before this, my brother's boyfriend, I was talking to him just before the movie started. We were outside the theater, and I was like, dude, we already know about the 3 Spider-Men, right? What if, at the end of the movie, they're both beaten, they're not doing well, they may not survive, and then out of nowhere, Miles Morales comes out of nowhere, swings through, just helps him just finish off the Green Goblin, Sandman, and everything. Like, I thought it'd be the coolest thing ever. It didn't happen, but I appreciate that they thought of it, and they even mentioned it, because Jamie Foxx as Electro said, it's interesting, like, white kid from Brooklyn? You think he'd be black. And I was like, that's the Miles Morales reference. That's incredible. Oh, I still got to play that game too. But I heard my friend, I don't know if it's true, but he keeps saying you got to play it on PS5. I do not have a PS5. I don't have any desire to get a PS5 because there's not any games on there I really, really want, considering I'm spending 99% of my time playing Apex and making videos now. I'm back to making these videos, so. But Jim Carrey, though, this guy will be missed. I mean, he's been in movies such as... What movies has he been in? I mean, Ace Ventura, of course. Alright, Jim Carrey movies. He's been in The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, The Truman Show. The Truman Show, honestly, wasn't really that funny, but it was still pretty entertaining, pretty good. Pretty good. The Grinch... There is no Grinch that's going to be better. I mean, hell, that movie came out, what, 2000? It's been 22 years? They made another Grinch, but apparently it wasn't nearly as good because everyone's still doing the Jim Carrey Grinch. He did it so well. He's so fun. I actually love that movie. I haven't seen it in a few years. You know, I should see that movie the next opportunity I get. It's really freaking good. Me, Myself, and Irene, I haven't seen that. I forgot he was in Batman Forever. He's played a lot of serious roles, too, and I have a lot of respect for this actor, and Jim Carrey, I hope for you the best. Hope the best retirement. You do what you want to do. You do what you're gonna do. You deserved it, buddy. And he's a man with very little controversy too. I can't think of anything that happened with him that was like really bad. You know, he just kind of keeps himself. I mean, what can you even say about the guy? You know, his breakout role was in Living Color, which was it was a multiracial comedy sketch show, it made it really important that it was inclusive like that. I've seen it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty freaking good. It's better than SNL. Maybe better than Mad TV. Maybe it's on the same level. My point is, Jim Carrey really doesn't have much controversy, if any, I could think of. So, this man's one of the best men ever. I love him so much. I'm going to say I have a hot take, something controversial. So, I see him in the same era as Robin Williams, and I think Jim Carrey is way funnier and better. I know. It's how dare you? Look, if Jim Carrey died, you might say the same thing about, Jim Carrey is better than, it was the other way around, but I don't know. That's an assumption, too. I'm not going to make too many assumptions here. At least try not to. But that's just my opinion. I think Jim Carrey's a lot funnier. So that's kind of sad, heartbreaking, honestly, but also really heartwarming. It's kind of weird. bittersweet. So, but here's something that is actually just straight up sweet though. So if you're in like the comics or like manga or just those in general, believe it or not, those sales have skyrocketed, and that's actually really good because comics I feel like have always been an underappreciated medium. Great stories have been told through comics. I mean, as we know, there's movies based on the comics. We have the Avengers, for example, like obviously, and those are some of the most successful movies of all time. On top of that, they're very entertaining, exciting, and they're all based off the comics, or they're written. These, and of course, there's bad comics too, but I'm not getting into that. There's a whole channel called The Top of the Fourth Wall, which is all about those. But yeah, so the good news is, so I'm looking at Polygon. This is from Polygon. Let's see. So Comics Beat has released a stunning report that on sales of graphic novels and trade paperbacks in 2021 shows the current strength of the market. So it looks like here there is more than a 550% growth in what? Comic book sales? Yeah, in comic book sales. That's incredible. What's funny was growing up, I wanted to be a cartoonist, but I was told like, you never make it as a cartoonist. People don't make it as cartoonists. I did more of a comedy, goofy kind of comics. I never did any of those serious ones. So I never got to draw like something really cool or anything. I never had the patience to do that. I just had my own drawing style, and I love my drawing style, and I hold to it. One of these days, I should put that up at some point. I should start going back to making those little goofy comics. But for let's see, where was it? Manga is up 280%. So I think that's incredible. So comics and manga through the roof, and that means we have so many more stories, so many more things to talk about, and it's nice that finally this hobby a lot of people have. I used to be into it heavily, but after a while I kind of got sick of waiting for my comics. So it did turn me off a little bit, but it's really freaking good that there's a big boom in these, because I feel like it's going to encourage more stories, more creators, and more people who are incredibly talented. And I feel like it's going to open doors for those people who are incredibly talented people with this passion to make comics be more successful. And I think that's what is really important, really. That's what I'm mostly getting out of this. Opening doors for better things. So if you're into drawing comics, or if you're into like a manga, or just I write stories. I don't draw, but I write stories. I'm making a tabletop RPG that has this entire world built into it, a whole planet essentially. And I'm very, very proud of that. And I think just the whole comic scene should just bust a door open through those, and people can enjoy comics just a lot freaking more. Is that all I got for this? I swear I had more. Hold on, let me check. There's breaking news I saw somewhere. Oh, shit. Alright, so an hour ago. So he's replying to... So XQC is... Keem is such a fucking idiot. On Twitter, Keem is saying, breaking, XQC, one of Twitch's most popular reacting to TV show streamers. Yeah, I guess that's what he does. He's suggesting that telling a female gamer to wash dishes isn't trash talk. I mean, I guess it's trash talk, but it's too far. And I'm reading XQC's tweet, and I don't think that's what he means. Apparently, Keemstar thinks that a female's talking to me, get off the game and do your wash and dishes, is good trash talk. Wow, dude, you really what? You're really bad at this grammar thing, but whatever. It's good trash talk, or even trash talk at all. Pretty rich to try to use the racism card while overlooking blatant sexism. Stop baiting women haters. Getting old. Keemstar's been accused of many times of hating women, and yeah, I agree. I mean, he's not as bad as a quartering, obviously, but Jesus Christ, there's no racism here. Like maybe QC probably sees the same thing I do. I don't see any racism going on. I just see something incredibly inappropriate being said, and Keemstar being like, "Well, that's fine if you're gonna be sexist, and that's okay to be sexist." You know, Keem, why are you sticking up for? We do stick for pieces of shit often, do you? Why? You stick up for people who've been accused of sexual assault, who have sexually assaulted people. You stick up for people who have constantly shit on innocent people. Like, you go out of your way to destroy people, and you defend the bad people. I think you are the devil of the internet. You know, maybe you could be the worst person on the internet. I feel like that's becoming true. I can't seem to. I just keep hearing about how he's going out and just saying stupid shit and shitting on people, and just making enemy after enemy after enemy, and people who do terrible, awful things. Get them on them, become buddies with them. So I feel like he is a devil of the internet. Huh. Well, shit, I thought I had more on my docket, but I guess that's it. Well, shit, is that it? Well, let me see what else we have going on. Let's see. Because I looked up a few things popped up. I can't think of anything else, no. Yeah, that's yes, that's the episode. Maybe you should have more topics. The 3. I mean, I guess these will get longer and longer as time goes on. See what my reactions are. But if you like this video, you know, like, subscribe, do whatever. Let me know if you liked it. I'll be making these for a bit. Releasing these on Thursdays. Oh, is Thursdays realistic? Is that even realistic to release these on Thursdays? It'll probably be more of a Tuesday thing. Now that I think about it, because Monday I can get set up to. Probably more of a Tuesday. So I'll be releasing these on Tuesdays. The first episode's gonna be on Thursday because it's breaking news and a lot of fun things to talk about. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Doof podcast. And have a good one. Yeah, have a good one. Enjoy your time on the internet. And scuba bop. I do not know how to end this. I thought I would, but I don't.